All right, so we got a few clips to look at this morning on Monday to kick the week off in MMA. So in this clip, Conor McGregor is going to spit in this dude's face for yelling, "Let's go, Khabib." We're definitely going to look at that. That's going to take me 10 minutes to edit because Demetrius Johnson yells the F word 700 times after Israel Adesanya got KO'd. It's definitely, I didn't know they were such good friends. He was very upset. So we're going to watch that. I mean, I was upset too, man. Don't get me wrong. I was really upset. I really wanted Izzy to win that fight. But I think we're going to start right here with this clip about Conor McGregor also, where Dana talks about whether or not Conor is ever coming back to the UFC. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about the Anthony Smith and Michael Bisping situation, what I've heard and what I have not heard, and what I expect going forward from both shows. All right, so let's just jump into this thing and let's hear what Dana has to... No way I just did that. No way I just did that. Can you believe that? It took me that long to get back to that right there. I don't know how anybody could have sat through a shocking development like that. All right, but we're back. All right, so here's what Dana says about Conor, and then we'll talk about this part.
Any news about Conor? Is he coming back soon?
Conor?
Yeah.
Not sure when Conor will be back.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dude, that is not a promising answer from Dana at all. And it's not just like, oh, I'm not really sure when he'll be back. I mean, dude, Dana has to still be very pissed at Conor for pulling out of that fight, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like you saw, there's ways that guys can be spoken about depending on who they are, even if they're Dana. What? Dana could talk about most guys any way he wants, but Conor, he still needs to be careful just because Conor's such a massive, powerful thing that he wants to be able to do business with. He wants to stay on good terms with him. But think about how he talked about Arman Tsarukyan after Arman Tsarukyan, hosed them right before the fight, And it's like, oh, my back. It's like, is it your back? It's, oh, yeah, it's my back. And then he's like, yeah, he's back to the drawing board. And whatever happened, Arman took it on the chin like, yep, back to the drawing board. I definitely do not get a new title shot. And with Conor, it's like, yeah, my pinky toe's broken. Dana's like, your pinky toe's broken. If that's even what was going on, like he has to still be pissed, dude. They sold tickets at double the price of UFC 300 for that event. Okay, that wasn't because Alex Pereira was fighting Yuri Prohaska. Okay, bottom line, that event was saved even though people had paid. I mean, the tickets that you had at UFC 300, which were 4 Gs, were 8 Gs. Okay, for the Conor McGregor comeback. That's why I didn't go. I was like, that's too much for me at least. But yeah, I mean, so he's got to be pissed. But that answer right there, he looks very just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with that guy. And I don't know how anybody could because he hasn't given us much to work with. All right, so let's look at this Demetrius Johnson thing, and then we'll look at Conor spitting in this dude's face. Now, if I told you that you could make $50 for free if you take 90 seconds of your time to do something, it's something that you would do, especially if the 90 seconds is going to be something fun. Because that's exactly what PrizePicks and I are offering you right now. I want to be very clear. There is no gimmick here. There's no chance where this does not lead to $50 free for you. There's nothing you have to pick right. There's no game you have to win. If you play a $5 roster on PrizePicks, you will get $50 into your account whether you win or lose the roster that you entered. How much you can win in addition to the automatic $50 depends on the size of the roster that you pick, but I'll let you play around with that a little bit. Now, you also could try to win real big and play more than $5, but you don't have to. Take a look over here. Look at what I stand to win if I hit this roster. Hold me accountable to this. I'm putting it on my channel. I'm putting my face on it. Hold me accountable, and also hold me accountable to this. This game is super fun. You're going to want to play. As you can see on the left side of the screen, all you do is go through the athletes that you want to pick in a specific sport. In this case, we're doing UFC because my girl Rose Namajunas is fighting on Saturday. In addition to MMA, they have college basketball, college football, NBA, NFL, any sport you could think of, you can play on PrizePicks. Now, in the roster you see over here, this is obviously a UFC roster. I'm playing a $5 game, which means if this was my first game, I would see a free $50 put into my account the second that the game starts. So come join me for PrizePicks. It's an amazing game. You'll be supporting my channel and you'll be getting free money. Also, look at my roster, take a screenshot, and then you can see how I did. And also, I want to know who you guys are picking. Send me your rosters if you want. Link is in the description. Use promo code JesseOnFire for the $50 bonus. and that is what it is. All right, here we go. DJ, very unhappy with this outcome.
Everybody kick. Oh! No! Fuck! Get up, Izzy! Get up, nigga! Fuck! Fuck! God damn it! Fuck! God damn it! Fuck! God damn it, man! Oh, fuck. Fuck, man. Now I got a fucking headache. Oh, fucking A, man. Oh, fuck. Congrats on Nasruddin. I mean, I'm happy. I'm not happy. I'm fucking actually mad. But I'm happy that he is victorious. I don't know how to say it. No, I'm not fucking happy. Goddamn, fuck that shit.
That's listen, dude. When you watch people that you know compete, there's it's way heavier than you know. I assume that he's buddies with Izzy, you know. But yeah, man, it sucks when they lose, dude. It really sucks when they lose. When we were at CJI, Craig Jones Invitational, and Victor Hugo was, I mean, literally, I was staying in the same house as him, and he was like the massive favorite to win this thing. It was the $1 million tournament. It was the one, like, so Nicky Rod ended up winning. Nicky Rod's 0-5 against Victor Hugo in matches. Like Victor, and he had just beat him. Like that's why he didn't fight in ADCC and went to CJI. It's because they looked at the lineup and it's like, who's gonna beat him? Like, who's gonna beat him? He's automatic to beat all of these guys. And you know, I think like first of all, he was injured, like heavy injured going into the event, so he couldn't train, but he couldn't train like he normally does. But most of all, in my opinion, every fucking person at the academy and everywhere we went, everyone talked to him like he had already won the $1 million. And I heard someone do it. I won't tell, you know, like everybody was doing it, but there was a specific person who did it where I was like, oh man, he's even saying that to him. And I realized, I'm like, man, that would completely mind fuck me. Like if it was me and I was going into this thing and everybody's like, oh, you already won. And it's like, dude, you still got to get through all these fucking guys, you know? I mean, and so I just immediately, I told people, I'm like, I'm never saying that to him again. Like that's bad juju to just assume he's going to be able to get through all these guys. And then he went out there. We were in the front. He went out for his first fight. Dude, this is like one of the biggest underdog fights ever. Okay. Victor looked like he was 3 times bigger than this dude. This guy is not like a super high decorated grappler, but he's an excellent leg locker. And they started, and he fucking slipped in, got a really slick entry, and leg locked Victor shoot like quick. And my crew, we literally, no one spoke for I don't know. We just sat there in silence. The whole place went wild. You know, everybody knew, like, it's between Nicky Rod and Victor, and Nicky Rod's gonna have to pull a fucking rabbit out of his hat because he's 0-5 against him. And so the place just went insane. And Nicky Rod had already won his first fight. And we just sat there just like no one, we didn't like look at each other. We didn't whatever. We were just like, it's rough, dude. When, and you know, a UFC fight's just like that. Like that for particular fight like that was the same level as a UFC fight because there was $1 million on the line. Everyone assumed he was going to win. He's probably already counting the money in his head. He's got a girl. They're getting married. Like it would have been a really big deal for him to win. And so to lose like that in the first round was just devastating. You know what I mean? And so I understand. But I think he's going to come back and win it this time. So he is a winner, a many-time world champion. Probably, I mean, he would have won ADCC probably. That's the other thing too, is I think his heart was like half in because he's spent his entire life like, I want to win ADCC. You know, like ADCC is what he really wanted to win. And then the last minute, it's like, oh, there's this $1 million tournament. You want to walk away. So ADCC is happening at the same time. And he's over fighting in this thing for money. You know, I think that mind fucked him personally if I got him on the fucking psychiatrist couch. But it's neither here nor there. He's awesome. He'll come back and I guarantee he'll win ADCC and I guarantee he'll win CJI. So it is what it is. Now let's look at the main event and then we'll talk about Anthony Smith and Michael Bisping. All right, so here you go. This is Conor McGregor spitting in the face of a fan.
I spit in your face. What you do? Nothing.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. That's funny. Okay. I spit in your face. What'd you do? Nothing. That's hilarious, dude. And I'll tell you exactly why that's hilarious is, so my buddy who sent me that, he's like, man, that would crush my ego. I'm like, what? He's like, if some dude spit in my face and I couldn't do anything because it's Conor McGregor. I'm like, right. But you probably wouldn't intentionally bait a dude you know is one of the most dangerous guys on earth either, right? People have this idea that celebrities are not real people. It is the weirdest thing to me ever. I will never understand how that mindset works exactly. You're like, okay, you know who he is. Yeah, that's Conor McGregor. Why is he famous? Well, he's an incredible fighter. And he's also had some brushes with the law. He's like a criminal, like kind of like a criminal who's also a world-class fighter. It's like, yes, absolutely. And you think it's a good idea to yell, let's go his arch enemy at him when he's in Vegas, potentially on drugs that might make him more aggressive. Like, that seems like a fun, cool idea. Like, let's go Khabib. Conor turns around. The guy's all smiling like, oh, I'm not scared at all. It's like, this is your fault, dude. Okay? If you bait a dude you know is way more dangerous than you and then they come up and they punk you, you got exactly what you deserved. I mean, what are we talking about? Let's watch it again just because. I spit in your face, you do nothing.
I spit in your face. What you do? Nothing. I spit in your face. You do nothing.
I'm sorry. I enjoy that, dude. I'm okay. That's not like, oh, Conor's out of line. The dude, I mean, the guy baited him. Bottom line. It's not like Conor beat him up. If Conor would have attacked him, I'd have been like, okay, dude, no. But that guy tried to punk. Conor doesn't know anything about that guy. So he did the equivalent thing. That guy said, let's go Khabib about his arch nemesis. He's trying to bait him, so Conor spit in his fucking face. He's a real person. A really violent person. You baited him on purpose. It's not like Conor has a fake rivalry against Khabib. I mean, what did you expect to happen, dude? That's your fucking fault, dude. Now, if he sues Conor and wins, I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. Let's see what the comments are, actually. This guy says he wouldn't do that shit to me. It's Bilal. I think he would, actually, but nonetheless. Okay, so the guy was trying to get a paycheck. Instead, Conor spitting in his face instead of using violence shows a lot of growth. I agree with that, dude. I agree with that. He just took it like a good boy. Everybody's on this, dude. This is so unbecoming of a former UFC champion. But then again, we are talking about McGregor. Dude, shut the fuck up. You definitely still get sued for that. There's nothing you can do about it. That's disgusting behavior. Shut up, you guys. Okay? I'm not saying Conor's better than Khabib. I'm saying that dumbass yelled. He incited Conor. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? Oh my God, celebrity. I have to try to interact with them. It's like, dude, you see other random people you don't know in Las Vegas. Like, this is what I'm saying. You're in Las Vegas, dude. Okay, you walk by a group of guys. You don't know them. Do you just go like, sup, bro? Hey, what's up, dude? I'm just kidding, dude. Hey, I'm just kidding. People that do that get beat up. I mean, you just walk by and mind your own fucking business. Like, so dumb, dude. Getting spit on and standing there like a deer in headlights, he now understands how weak he is for the rest of his life. Yeah. How people can still support him. The old Conor we all respected and admired is gone. Conor fucking would have done the same thing back then, dude. I mean, it's just dumb. Guy was waiting for a punch and a payday. Instead, he got spit on and humiliated. Insecure as That's okay. The Khabib section. What the hell, loser? Okay. This dude just loves lawsuits. Yeah. Dude is crazy. You can't go up with it to him with that energy. I agree, bro. You can't just do that. This is actually pretty split down the middle. I got to be honest, which I'm very surprised by. I mean, you can hate McGregor, but like that guy asked for it, man. All right, so wrapping up what I've heard about the Bisping and Anthony Smith thing. So here's what I know, and I heard Bisping say it himself, is that Anthony just wasn't responding to him. Like, he just wasn't responding, and he was trying to reach out, and then Anthony started his own show, and so Bisping was like, okay, I guess he's not on the show anymore. That's like the whole story, as far as I understand it, you know? But, dude, Anthony, he does his own thing. It's, you know what's funny? I always say this, like, you know, you have your buddies who respond in different ways to communications. It's like, if you text Anthony, he's like not going to respond usually. If you call him, he will pick up almost every time. Very bizarre. So I don't know what that means as it relates to this. Nothing probably, but you know, I don't know. I wish both these guys well. I love both those dudes. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like everyone is going to transition from being a UFC fighter to, you know, whatever they do afterwards. And I mean, I've always said, dude, it is a sword of Damocles hanging over the head of every single fighter for the most part. You know, every once in a while you have a guy like Demetrius Johnson that's just like, they could go out on top. It's like, why doesn't everybody go out on top? You're like, DJ, guy, come on, dude. Like, you've won how many world titles? Like, that's not most people's careers, dude. You're like one of the winningest fighters of all time. You're not comparing apples to apples. A lot of guys are still chasing it when they get into their mid-30s, you know? And so, yeah, they might lose one, and then they're like, it's all right, I can get it back. And then they win one, and then they lose one, then they lose another one, and it's like, I think I could still maybe get it back. And everybody's like, I don't know, man. You know, like, it's just, that's the real way it goes for most people. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, both of these guys have careers outside of UFC. The one thing I will say about building a show is, like, there is a very simple way that's going to work. Consistency. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. Like, that's more important than literally any other thing. Like, if you do one show, then you do another one a month later, and you're like, okay, we're really going to start getting this going. And then, like, you do one 2 weeks later, then you do another one like 1 week later, then you do another one 4 weeks later. Like, the YouTube, you are a slave to the algorithm. They are tracking exactly what you do. Okay? So, I mean, if you get a leg up, if you're a celebrity, they know exactly who you are. Like, that's for sure. They know Anthony Smith is half of the Bisping podcast. It's very popular. Like, the algorithm knows that. But, you know, there are a lot of people that come on and they start things and then they don't continue them and then they don't succeed. Simple as that. I think I probably was a little bit too open with that information when I was coming up, because there are a few channels that I am 100% certain exist because I shared that information publicly, and then they just stuck through the part where everybody quits because I told them you have to stick through that part. And, you know, I mean, I don't care. I don't mind helping people. I actually like helping people as long as, you know, they're nice. Anyway, that's what I got. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye-bye.